Well, it's the middle of the first week of the Pennsylvania rifle season. I got one deer tag left. Can only be used for a buck in this rifle season. Unless I make it to late season flintlock, then I can use it for a doe. But I got with me a very special rifle. If you watched the opening day video, I used this. I missed a buck with this on opening day. But this gun is special because this was a Christmas present from my grandfather to my grandmother years ago. And they both used this rifle. I don't know how many deer it's killed, but it is a Marlin 30-30. It's got a JC Higgins scope on it, 6 power, and I mean, action works awesome. So let's get this loaded up. We just got about 2 to 3 inches of snow last night. Perfect. This is the type of stuff that you want if you want to spot and stalk deer. Doing some Pennsylvania old school still hunting, you know what I mean? So we have my cousin Bobby and Vonnie, good family friend, up in some of the deer shanties. My dad was out this morning with my mom. They didn't see anything. There's a shot right there. Guys are still hunting through the week. Last night, neighbor shot a 7-point just up on the hill here, probably a half mile from where I'm standing. And I'm gonna be sneaking around, see if I can sneak up on some deer. This is a perfect time. I already have 3 doe tags already filled, but you can never stop learning about deer. Even if you think, oh, I tag out early every year, there's always something to learn. And even if you're tagged out, get out in the woods, walk around, learn, find these bedding areas. The snow is excellent if you're in an area with snow. This is how you learn about deer. Find out where those food sources change. Find out where those secret getaway places are. There's another shot. Man, people are shooting. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. So I'm gonna get out, see if I can sneak up on some deer. Maybe you can learn some stuff from me, but it's really about just learning your land. That's rule number 1. Know every rock, every tree that's fallen down, everything, so that when you walk through the woods and there's a deer standing there and all you see is a little tiny part of its back, you can go, wait a minute, that should not be there. I bet that's a deer. And then just use, I use a video camera, use binoculars, check it out, scope it out. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. So let's get to it. Join me as I walk through some of the most beautiful Pennsylvania woods that I know of in the entire state. One of the first tips, best tip that I can give before you even start hunting, you need one of these. Let's go. Where these big giant red oaks are down in this bottom, there's some on the other side of the creek. So I'm going to use the creek to my advantage for sound because the snow is kind of melting. It's not crunchy, but it packs, so you hear as you step. And I'm just going to start looking where these big red oaks, I know where they are in the property. I know how to get to them where the deer aren't seeing me. And that's the goal. It's not about just to see where the big giant bucks are. It's about learning about deer in general. Because right now, if there's deer there, you got a chance of a buck. Alright, so up behind me, up that big hill is where I need to go. So I got to find a good place to cross. So I got my rubber boots on now. So I don't have to worry about getting my feet wet. And go up that hill and see if I can sneak right up over the edge and see if I can catch some deer feeding on acorns. So let's go. See what I mean? Come right up here and they're right there. As you can see, I came up from the bottom, right up this high wall, and was standing right there using that tree to my advantage. She's just right up there. This is the type of stuff that you gotta learn how to do. Know how your property is and where the deer like to congregate. Could have shot a doe. She gave me a good enough shot, but I'm on a doe tags. Kerpow. There's a reason why there's a deer stand right here. There, I see a deer. There's another one coming. Let's see what that is. Well, look at that. There's 3 doe. I just seen a 4th one. Well, I had more than my fair share of opportunities to try to shoot a doe. It would have been nice to have more deer tags. I should have got more, but that would have been a boom, easy kill. They were probably 35 yards, but perfect because I'm heading back to the truck, but we still have a lot of hunting on the way there, so let's go see what I can find. You just have to figure out when the snow falls, when it gets super cold, where do those deer go for their food source? It could be a timbered spot that has lots of browse. It could be a spot of acorns from oak trees, food plots. You never know what it could be. So that's where you got to be in the woods, learning late season. If you're not out there after deer season trying to figure out what's going on, you're going to have a hard time early season on where to go. So it's just fundamental basics. Deer hunting is pretty simple. It's just be out there, figure out where the deer are. Later in the season, scout 24/7, get to know your land as best as possible, and then you can pick those deer out real easy, even far away.